I'm going to be honest. This game seems to be a little light on Easter eggs, or at least obvious ones. Perhaps I'm just useless. And classic secrets that we typically might expect to see, like the Dopefish, Commander Keen and secret levels, are nowhere to be found. I've hurled myself off many cliffs, looked over many edges, turned over a lot of stones, and not much has appeared as of right now. In any case, I still had a lot of fun, so let's check out what I did find, as this is Doom, the Dark Ages on the Easter Egg Hunter. Welcome everyone to the home of finding sweet chocolate Easter eggs within our video games. Well, okay, perhaps not chocolate ones, but it's as good as having and finding the real thing, but just on a different level, as this is the Easter Egg Hunter. So there are many secret areas throughout the game to discover, many of which contain resources such as gold, stones, codex entries and of course toys to collect. There are a total of 24 in all, and the best one is the Slayer, where our protagonist takes a moment to interact with it, and you can even hear at Doom's Gate playing in the background. And speaking of the original Doom, let's head over to the settings where there are all manner of options to play around with, including the amusing motion blur option, which contains Ultra Nightmare and Ultra Nightmare settings. Or how about changing the face avatar where we can opt for the classic Space Marine face. Which will even reflect our appearance later on in the game when we change into a zombie. At the very beginning of Chapter 10, the Forsaken Plains, and the only place you can do this in the game, you should kill yourself in the lava, where you can see this reference to the ending scene from Terminator 2, a secret that also appeared in Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal. Of course, across all the levels there is a ton of armour to collect, and sometimes you will also stumble upon the odd one or two soul spheres which increase health and armour to a maximum level. Though once you reach the cosmic realm for the first time, there is a chance you can easily miss a sphere wearing its own bit of armour. Across the first few areas of Chapter 1 you can find wanted posters of various people that just so happen to feature Hugo Martin, the game's director, Marty Stratton, the game's executive producer. There's also this poster, but I don't know who that is, and there's also this one which could be artist Emerson Tung. And I also wonder if this portrait found in Chapter 6 is a tribute to John Romero. Anyway, besides those images, you can also find a reused asset of a rune from Doom 2016 known as Intimacy is Best. That looks like the second dumbest creature in the universe, the Dopefish. Sadly though, a physical looking Dopefish has still yet to be found. This next one is a bit up in the air for me at the moment, and I'm probably completely wrong, but we'll see what you think. So when you visit the Temple of Lomarith, an area where there are many water segments, shipwrecks and a heavy emphasis on marine plants, there is one particular secret area where you can find a wraith stone and two bodies that kind of remind me of the clickers from The Last of Us. I think the problem I'm having is that these remind me of the skeleton clicker Easter egg that was found in the ocean in Uncharted 4 that had a piece of coral growing out of its head, and maybe I'm just associating it with that and it's clouding my judgment. But someone, please, put me out my misery and let me know. And finally, my favourite secret comes during Chapter 4, where not long after the start you'll be able to utilise a green oozing statue to slingshot yourself up to a platform and then be able to drop down into a hidden area to be able to move a giant box. continue onwards, if you turn around immediately and check out the prison cells behind you, you'll be able to find a skeleton wearing a blue cape. Yeah, quite an odd thing to find here, and I have no idea what this reference is, if anything, so let me know your thoughts about it in the comments section below. And sadly, that is that. I will be returning when the Nintendo Switch 2 releases at the beginning of June, and until then, have fun. Don't forget to not subscribe. Bye.